defensive managers. Oh, that's a beauty. That is an absolute jaffa.
I can't believe
Touch on it, he's gone. So well in the previous over.
And we're back after about
I think it's about 6 months, isn't it?
6 months.
Quite a long time, that is. But yeah.
It's been thoroughly anticipated by exactly nobody for the first test of the randomly named cup that I can't remember between England and Sri Lanka.
Does it actually have a name? I didn't even know it had a name. But...
It has a name, apparently. It's a Moose Cup. It has one. It's a Moose Cup. And this is
nothing. The chiffies down the road. Yeah, no, it's just.
That said,
this is another random series. I mean,
it's a random.
And Pakistan again. It's not. We're not playing a real team, but I think
it's like days. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
It's a warm up to India, isn't it? I mean, realistically, it is a warm up to India.
Yeah, but then when are we playing India then?
After the second test match, against these lot.
Yeah, and that's in India as well. And then
they come here in our summer. Which should be quite
it's similar pitches. Goodness, it's sort of the spin. Obviously, Sri Lanka aren't really that strong an opposition,
but India's pitches are going to be strong. There might be a couple of quick ones on that because obviously Bumrah, Saini, Siraj, all that quick.
Yeah. Siraj has a good IPL.
Siraj is right. Bumrah was.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to talk about us because they bat first. Yes, I know. We're very logical here at the Heavy Rollers podcast. Yeah. But yeah, our openers were not good. Sibley and Crawley scored about the same as my batting average all of last season. That's 0.
Great.
It's I wish I was the bowling average actually. Now that I think about it. Okay, right. Moving on from my terrible cricket. I mean, we do have an issue, don't we? Sibley can't play spin, and Crawley sort of lost his head.
Yeah, I mean that does sometimes happen. You know, when someone scores a century. I mean,
I was listening to.
It was like his last
rant because that's
matches. Yeah, wasn't long ago.
Yeah. I mean, the issue is obviously we haven't played cricket since August now. Test cricket since August,
and that is like 5 months ago. It's a long time ago.
5.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even 5.5 months ago, what were we saying? Sibley can't play spin very well.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was the same. It's been the same conversation the whole time. But
I mean, not looked good. He hasn't looked like the same Sibley who was scoring centuries against West Indies and Pakistan, who are, in all fairness, better teams than Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they are.
And he let
Sri Lanka is more. Yeah, I mean,
like Sib has left a straight one on to clean on to top off. It's just
it's not for England batsman who's.
It's just a sort of
the order. It's not exactly what you expect. So
just a bit.
Is he just an England batsman? Can he just only play on pitches that don't spin, or
I don't.
Because it's.
I mean, to be fair, he is inexperienced. In England, the only real place I can think of that goes crazy with spin would maybe be Essex at times and Taunton occasionally.
Obviously, they're not the same quality, are they? So it's
obviously continent where I think it was Embledeni, a new ball comes on, bang, right? He's got the new ball. He's the one charged. You know what? Getting these two out. And I think that Aston was saying was like, well, how much have these two really done against spin?
And it's not that much. I mean,
like, yeah, fine. They might have prepared against the old ball, right? Yeah, have them all the new ball, Bess or Leach or whoever. But what about the new ball? in Sri Lanka, you're going to get their spinners bowling with the new ball. It happens.
Yeah, like in Sri Lanka, obviously it's a stereotype, I guess, but it's true. There's spinning pitches again in India, and like, are we just going to can we only play on pitches that don't spin very much? Can we only play on pitches that in like England and South Africa and stuff like that? I don't know.
Even Crawley,
big problem.
Much to say, Crawley looked really good against spin in England, but the point is, spin in England isn't really. You might see a spinner in the team, you might not. In the subcontinent, we're playing 2 spinners with root part-time spin.
You could even get 3 sometimes. So
you might get 3. Depends what the wicket's like. Yeah, and and how much are we sort of relying on our top order here? Well, massively, aren't we? And Crawley's looked good against spin in England, right? But the spin in Sri Lanka does more than it does in England.
More difficult.
It's much more
Probably
difficult.
Not really done that very much. Like been used to.
These two have found that out the hard way by getting out from 4 and 9. Anyway.
I think. Do you think, like, I'm guessing the reason why Sibley's just not strong enough against spin, just doesn't attack. I just looked it up. It said like he scores about 2 runs per. Yeah, strike rate is 36.57. It's really slow. It's quite slow.
It's honestly, I'm not too fussed about his strike rate. I'm more fussed about his strike rate against spin, because remember, against pace, the strike rate won't be as high. What we said was even.
But I'm saying that I think that's his strike rate in general, which means he's doesn't attack against spin very much, which obviously you did get when that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he was 120 not out against West Indies, where Stokes went mental, and he couldn't rotate strike. He'd been in for 200-300 balls, and he couldn't rotate strike.
And that just those kind of things. It's about pressure and momentum, and that's how the game works. And when you're not getting out of these situations and not rotating the strike, or you've got a lower strike rate, the pressure can build up, and that
definitely
situations where you're not really used to,
we do have Burns,
Pardon?
who's obviously the birth of his first child, but we do have him. He's there.
I mean,
in terms of our top 6, we have Sibley, Burns, Bairstow now is playing well. So Sibley, Burns. I would say Root and Stokes are two players in that top 6. Root, Stokes, and Butler are nailed down positions, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Butler, he scored. Obviously, he had a really good summer.
And keeping. The big question around Butler was keeping, and I thought he kept pretty well this Test match.
Yeah,
he had one bit of a clanger, but that was a tough chance. It sort of skidded. Skidded sort of like really late. As a keeper, you can't really see that.
No, I mean there were last summer. There was a few patchy moments.
Yeah,
but
he scored a 150.
Yeah, he seems to be in a better place than he was this time last year, which is good.
Yeah, I would say Butler should be on for India. No, he should be in the 11, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, Burns it's been difficult for Burns because suddenly he was out of the team.
Oh look! Oh, here comes Shahid. Oh, you're gone. See ya. Bye.
But it's that injury that happened to him, which is obviously.
No, it's of birth of his first child, so that's why he's away.
But
we do have him.
But it's like when Crawley was given that opportunity. When you get the opportunity, you've got to take it, and that's what Crawley did. Yeah. He's shown that.
Crawley took it. Definitely took it. I thought he played really well. And now in our top 6, we have the 3 openers technically. Crawley's technically can open. So Sibley, Crawley, Burns, Bairstow. We have Dan Lawrence, who played brilliantly. I was very impressed by Dan Lawrence's first innings and his second innings.
Yeah,
brilliant.
3 in the first inning.
Yeah, it was really. He looked the part as a Test cricketer. It wasn't a scratchy 73. It was a very confident 73. So that's good. Good signs for the future.
Yeah, and he's been talked about for a long time.
He was going to make his debut in the summer,
Right.
but that couldn't happen.
Yeah.
But he looks the part. He looks the part.
Obviously, it's like he's played one game. I think there's a lot of times where it's like we saw Crawley score a century, and then everyone's like, "Oh, he's amazing." We saw Sibley score a century in South Africa. That was a year ago.
Yeah, but he is really good at the top of the order. He just has his and spin.
Yeah, but I think everyone's well, it's just a thing in general. Everyone's so quick to react to something. You know,
Exactly. I would Lawrence if I were you. I would earmark him and say, look, this lad's got potential. So I would. I mean, it depends on the second test. If he plays well in the second test, I would have him in the side. But the question is where. Who do we leave out? Burns? Do we leave out Crawley or Sibley?
well, I don't know. We've done all right without Burns this time, but
But our openers haven't looked solid. And well, Burns looked good in the subcontinent last time. I think he played last time he came over to Sri Lanka. He looked good.
yeah, but it's
So, six is going to be the selectors. Whoever they choose has to perform well. I think Sibley and Crawley both know that if they don't perform well, that they're going to be out against India because we cannot afford to give India 2-3 wickets away in the space.
It's just it's all right against West Indies and Pakistan because they're not necessarily going to capitalize on that in the same way. But India, you've got to have a solid top order that's going to do well, and I still for our stage,
long as the people in all of England, their injury list is massive.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely huge. Obviously, Virat's going to come back, so that's going to be great fun. Oh, look, the 703 Virat scored a triple century again. Oh, look, here we go again.
Yeah, we hope not, but I mean, he
I
get a few centuries, definitely.
I would get a few centuries. Yeah, I hope he has, by his standards, a dozy winter. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Just like early. Like, great. No, but India, I think, are going to be quite a big threat. And it's all really in prep for the Ashes in, 10 months' time?
Yeah, well, we're playing India twice. I mean, when we play India in England now, I don't know.
I mean,
none of them are really like Australia. That's the thing. The conditions are different in England.
No, but England is more similar than India. Also, I've heard suggestions that Brody's going to be dropped after taking, 6 wickets in the game. Not because he's bad, but because they want to rest him.
Yeah.
Which is a fair point. He is old, by cricketer standards anyway. And Anderson does need to play some game.
I think he needs to, maybe. There's only one more test after this, right, isn't there?
Because give Broad a rest.
They shouldn't try and overextend them because India is the most important one. This might be the last, series, a few series for Hans. Whether it'll make the Ashes, I mean, you hope he will. I think 30.
Walk out the say he wants to play on for another summer.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be like 38, 39, or might even be 39 in the Ashes.
We get till the Ashes with him, and then it might be time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
He's not really had that much success in Australia. That's the only problem. But
nobody has lately.
Yeah, he has.
So, anything can happen. Jimmy could turn up and turn into Pat Cummins and take 9 fifers in 10 innings. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
I mean, for him to take over 600 test wickets is just...
It's ridiculous. He's the only fast bowler to do it because it's so tough.
Yeah. You can't just say, oh, he always had good conditions and, he's not,
He's
you just can't.
Yes, he had 384 wickets in England.
That's still almost 300 wickets out of England.
wickets out of England.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the Indian lads. They only play in India. Ever. When do you see them leaving India? Ever.
Well, I think it's become a thing for every team now. That it's just as every team's they're always better at home. It's just
Exactly.
It's how it works now.
You're going to be better in the environment you grow up in than you are in another environment, surely. And yeah, but let's talk about our spinners. And our spinners have been, well, decent. Best burgled a fifer in the first innings, and I'm not going to retract that statement. It was a burgle of a fifer. He bowled some decent balls. Didn't deserve a fifer, but he's, good for him. He's taking a fifer.
But he got 3 from the second innings. That's 8 wickets.
Jack
actually
bowled beautifully in the second innings. England were bad on day 3, got better in day 4. A lot better in day 4 with the ball. I thought they were really good. And the issue I found was just Bess's line and length. He wasn't finding it. Bit too short. And if you're a bit too full, it's better than being a bit too short.
Yeah.
You always want to be too full.
Well,
Unless you want
it's just so too easy.
And, you want to be fuller than shorter, generally in the subcontinent.
Yeah.
He got a wicket with a long hop first innings. Absolute long hop. Smashed down Point's throat. Absolutely smashed it straight to Point. Terrible ball. Any other day, that's 4 cheers.
Yeah.
All the stuff you see in club nets. When bowlers haven't bowled in ages because they're in lockdown and they walk back in club nets and bowl a long hop to you first nut. It's that kind of ball.
You're amazing. Yeah.
No, man, it is.
Did he get a game in the summer though, Bess?
Yeah, but in 12 months, I thought he was our better spinner by far.
Yeah.
He will be our control bowler. He will almost play the job that Nathan Lyon does for Australia. A control bowler. I mean, is Lyon a control bowler? I don't know. Ish, I guess.
Yeah.
A spinner is a control bowler now. Shane Warne a spinner. Yes, Isha. Right.
Oh, yeah, Shane Warne. Oh, God, yeah.
He's the thing with Yes, Isha, mate. Oh, he's the best bowler ever.
Yes, Isha.
Yes, Isha. What's he going to be slaying? A midget delivery. Oh, no. 4. Cheers.
Amazing accent. That's recorded, but yeah.
That has been recorded. The Aussies, you know, have it now, boys.
Yeah, all 52 viewers.
All -7 viewers. All of them.
And you can get about 0 likes. That's just amazing.
Yeah. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Right. I want to talk, finally, about the most pressing issue. Day 3. We just went back to old England 2 years ago. Oh yeah, we got a lead of 200, boys. Yeah, just have a bit of a collapse. Everyone chip in.
It never goes away.
No, it doesn't. It's back of your mind, right? So, if Butler gets out, will we be all out in the next 20 runs? And the answer this time was, well, very nearly yes. And it is something that, we can't win in Australia if we got our lower order contributing, 20, 30 runs. I get it, they're not back. But to be fair, though, this game... It
is basically on the top order to score the runs. If they're not scoring, you can't just... Yeah. You don't need the lower order to chip in that much, but obviously it was a problem.
In India, we need to be scoring 400 plus. We have to be. First, put 400 on.
Especially against India when you've got Virat Kohli and...
Definitely Brody, who have, in my opinion, the 2 best batsmen in the world right now. Steve Smith and Marnus.
Yeah. They scored 500 pretty easy. And
yeah.
especially when we've got I don't know how much a threat the England attack will actually be in Australia. I mean,
We don't know who it's going to be yet, so we can't really say.
I'm smart wood, but will he even make
Maybe
it? I don't know.
at times.
He's got pace. Joffrey's got pace, but sometimes he doesn't have pace.
Oh.
Depends.
Broad, Anderson, Broad,
Yeah,
Wood.
they're
Yeah,
getting
they
on
got
a bit though. All of them are getting on.
Yeah. Wood's not exactly young, is he?
No, I think.
Yeah. Well, then
How old is Wood?
second test match predictions.
I just think, Mark Wood's 31. I think it would be probably just another routine, sort of win for him.
I'm going to say 200, 300 runs.
Yeah.
Lineup.
I mean, you obviously got Burns coming back in.
No, that's true for the India series. So Ali Pope.
Oh no, you don't. All right. Is there anyone else you think you could put in? Then?
No, Ali Pope's playing the India series as well. My lineup's going to be Sibley, Crawley. I reckon same lineup as the last game, just Anderson for Broad. That's my bet. Green.
Yeah, I think they should give Anderson a game. I think.
Oh, here's a thought.
Dan Curran had a very quiet game. I don't think anyone noticed.
He didn't have a bad game. He had a good game. I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
He'll be in. I'm gonna Wokes playing.
Wokes, yeah. They should
Maybe I don't know for who, but he's gonna be back. Maybe for Mark Wood.
I mean, I think it's a thing to experiment. This is part of the World Test Championship, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
63 points.
Which means it is good to actually win the game. You do want to win the game because you win the series as well.
Wait, what? It is a free win, being realistic. The Sri Lanka can get.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You shouldn't underestimate them.
No, but they're not.
You underestimate a team, that always doesn't work in your favour. Happening in West Indies.
Well, with that,
happens, but
with that philosophy lesson from Zach Dunn, I think it's time to end.
Yeah.
Yep. See you, lads.
Yeah.
See you. The next test match. We'll be back in another 6 months. Right.
When's the next test match? It's like, I don't know.
There's, I reckon.
Probably see you in about a week's time. I don't know when it actually is, but anyway.
Review. I'll be asked to one every day.
Yeah. No, and we'll just do one at the end. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that'll be us then. We're on this
Thank you.
podcast.
See you then.